Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the first episode of Through the Hollow Veil, a series wherein I'll take a look at different things through the lens, or more appropriately, the veil, of Team Cherry's 2017 masterpiece, Hollow Knight. Full disclosure, I don't expect to make episodes of these too frequently, but it'll be a good thing to fall back on when I think of something to analyze in this manner. Before we begin, I just want to say a massive thank you for the warm reception of the Silk Song Theory video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I'm super glad that you guys liked it. Now, for this first episode, I thought it would be fun to take a look at the work of H.P. Lovecraft and see how his concepts of existential dread, higher beings, and complete and utter mind-bendingly horrifying abominations influenced so many works of modern fiction, be it directly or indirectly, explicitly or implicitly. Based on the digging I've done, I have not been able to find Team Cherry state anywhere that Hollow Knight was in any way inspired by Lovecraft. From design choices to narrative beats, nothing. And yet, when you take a step back and really analyze how the lore of Hallownest's tragic fall from grace took place, it's almost like a beat-by-beat story written by Lovecraft himself.
A kingdom ravaged by an infection rooting from a god of old. A king pushed to the brink of his sanity, repeating the words, "No cost too great," going so far as to sacrifice his own children to find a way to fight back, only to ultimately fail.
Or succeed, depending on the ending you get.
Innocent civilians turned into grotesque monsters, and even a disgraced leader of a tribe forming his own cult to worship the infection.
All of this, and the underlying feeling of existential dread, like there is no way to stop this infection, with even your playable character being one lowly bug, the smallest one that still has thought and sanity. It's all very Lovecraft. Now, the key difference here is that in actual Eldritch lore, there's usually no way to fight back against these old gods. Humans are less than ants to them, and could barely be considered collateral damage to their whims. Their existence alone is our undoing, and that's not by their design. In the cosmic scale of things, we just simply matter less than insects to these gods, and that's the true existential dread. It's not tentacle monsters, fish people, or colors out of space. It's that, in the grand scheme of things, we mean nothing. We're less than nothing. We're not even a passing thought to the lowest of their kind. Fortunately, in the world of Hollow Knight, our tiny ghost can fight back against the old god Radiance. He's a blade of light, cutting through the dark, bleak, existential void that is Hallownest, or at least what it became. The Pale King is gone. The White Lady is in hiding, isolated. This kingdom isn't dying, it's basically already dead. But, in almost direct opposition to Lovecraft's writing, our knight represents hope. Hope, which is so rarely found in Lovecraftian works, is what makes Hollow Knight a phenomenal, if indirect, Lovecraftian work itself. Stories like Dagon or Rats in the Walls, among others, tend to end with the main character falling into a pit of madness, succumbing to the harsh reality of these old gods' existence alone. It's terrifying. These stories usually don't have happy endings because that's the point. That's cosmicism. It's not supposed to be happy. It's exactly this philosophy that elevates the works that tend to utilize most of it, but subverts it to deliver a narrative that both terrifies and satisfies. I, however, am not trying to demean normal Lovecraftian tales in any way. Stories that subscribe to the philosophy of cosmicism and stick to it, I'm a huge fan, and they're satisfying in their own way. All I'm putting out there is the fact that having a tale like this have a somewhat happy resolution is refreshing for the genre. In the game's normal ending, entitled The Hollow Knight, we see the knight become the new vessel for the infection. Now, this falls fairly in line with a standard Lovecraft ending. The main conflict is addressed, but it leaves some stuff hanging. We're to believe that the knight is truly hollow, which means that he could potentially hold the Radiance off forever, thus ending the infection, but what's already infected stays infected. And Hallownest is still in ruins. The second ending, called Sealed Siblings, is more of the same, only with Hornet stuck inside the black egg with the knight. It's the third ending, called Dream No More, that I want to focus on. Now, I'd like to believe that a large chunk of the Hollow Knight fanbase like this ending the best because, well, to me, it's the best one, and I hope you all agree. The Hollow Knight is defeated, and the Radiance is destroyed, which does effectively end the infection. This is a perfect subversion of a Lovecraftian narrative. Yes, Ghost also dies in this ending, but the world he leaves behind is better for it, as he was able to fight back against an old god and win, even if it cost him his life. It's implied that whatever was infected has gotten better, and now Hallownest can begin again. The once dead kingdom now has the opportunity to be reborn. In the end, of course, this is all just speculative analysis and personal interpretation. Unless Team Cherry outright confirms that they did have some sort of Lovecraft in mind for the game, this will always just be speculation. But, as a fan of both literature and gaming, it's very refreshing to look at Hollow Knight from this angle. There are tons of games out there that try to emulate or capture the feel of cosmicism, of cosmic terror, cosmic horror, and very few manage to actually succeed. And if it wasn't intentional, then Team Cherry is just that good that they actually managed to successfully do it without even trying. And that's exactly what I mean when I said that Lovecraft has influenced so many, directly or indirectly. But that's it for me. Do you have any thoughts on this matter? What else would you like to be analyzed through the Hollow Veil? Most importantly, were there any major gaps in my analysis of both Lovecraft and Hollow Knight? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe, and click the bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. This is Alpharex the Keeper, signing off.